We are back on Morning Line. Our guest with us this morning is Allison Fields. She and I go way back.
We do.
Way back.
Way back.
I knew her when?
Yeah, it's true.
When she was just a wee lass.
Yeah.
And now here she is grown up doing TV.
That's
and
me.
when she first started as a veterinarian on this show, taking your calls, which we will, 737-7587, she was a little nervous, a little green behind the ears. Since then, look how comfortable you are. You forget you're on
really?
TV.
Do you think I thought you were the nervous one? You were like underneath the desk, like crying. You were so nervous.
Well, when I first started, I probably was. That was years ago. But I mean, everyone's a little nervous at first. Now, do you ever forget we're on TV sometimes?
Sometimes.
Isn't that great? That is the highest compliment. When I've had guests on this show sometimes, it's a really good show. We get great calls. We have great viewers.
Yeah.
And afterwards, they're like, you know, at one point there, Nick, I forgot I was on TV.
Well,
I'm
and
like,
it's funny.
That's it.
I've seen maybe 2 of these over what we've been doing this since.
Oh, you mean tapes of the show or something?
2002, I think. 2002 or 2003.
Wow,
but I've only
15
seen
years.
like 2 of these. And one of my friends was watching one from this summer and crying. They were laughing so hard. It was the guy that called with his dog. He had a Jack Russell who was peeing on everything, including his girlfriend. Remember? And I was like, "Do you love her?" And I didn't even realize kind of how funny it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we were crying. We were laughing so hard at it. So yes, I obviously forget that I'm here.
Yeah, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, the lines are open if you have a question or comment. Let's go. Tanya was kind enough to wait through the break, and we have other lines open coming up next with more of your calls. Hi, Tanya. Go ahead.
Hey.
Hey.
Morning, y'all.
Good morning.
Morning.
I've got a cat. He's been spaded and he's been declawed. He's 15 years old, but we're having a problem where he's pooping everywhere. We keep his litter box cleaned and everything, but he'll use it, but he'll also go behind the couch in my daughter's room, and he just poops everywhere, and we don't understand why he's doing that.
Okay, so how many cats do you have?
Just one.
Okay. Sometimes in an older cat, they can get arthritis. And so in order to get into the position for him to poop, it could be painful. And so a lot of times they will associate pain with where they're going to the bathroom. So he may go to the potty in the litter box. He's like, ow, this hurts. So you might try somewhere else. I would definitely take him in to see his vet and let them do a really good exam and maybe talk about some joint supplements that they could try that might be able to help that. Is it normal poop? It's not diarrhea or anything?
No, it's just normal.
Okay. Yeah, I would get him in for a good exam and see maybe some blood work. He's 15, see if there's anything else going on and kind of go from there.
All righty. Thank y'all.
You're welcome.
Thank you for your call. All right, let's go next to Carol. Hi, Carol.
Hey, Carol.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Good. How can we help you?
Okay, I've got a cat. She's like 7 years old. She's been spayed, and she likes to nip and sometimes bite, and she'll take out running. What's making her do that?
She's a cat?
She's a cat. What do you mean bite? Like you'll just be petting her and all of a sudden she'll nip you and run off?
Oh, like I can be ignoring her, and she'll come up and just, nip at me and just take out running.
Yeah, she's trying to play. We might want to look into getting some enrichment things that we can do, some new toys, some interactive toys. Is she your only cat?
Yeah, she's the only cat.
Okay. There's a new product out, and I cannot remember the name of it, but it is these little, like, fake mice, and they come in like a kit, I don't know, of 4 or 5 of them, and you put their food inside them, and then you go hide them around the house, and obviously you have to train them to do this, but it gets their hunting, they are satisfying that need to hunt, and they have to bat the mouse around in order to get the food to fall out. So things like that can really enrich their environment can help with some behavior, things like that. She's not doing anything but trying to get you to play is what she's trying to do, because obviously she's not getting that met, and you're her person to play with. So,
yeah. Well, she's got plenty of toys, laying around and everything. But even if I'm around a lot of people, she'll come up and nip at me and then take out running. I'm the only one she'll do it to.
Well, she loves you. So I would definitely try to get some enrichment going. And maybe instead of the toys that she has to play with by herself and initiate, you can get some that like have a battery in them and they wave things, or they roll around, or things that might catch her attention without you having to do it.
That sounds good. Okay, thank you
Sounds
very
good.
much.
You're
You have a good
welcome.
day.
Thank
You
you,
too.
ma'am. Sounds like a fun cat.
Right?
What about those laser pointers?
Laser pointers are great.
I was going to say, it's not a high-powered laser that's not going to hurt the cat or anything, but I've seen some people, and especially if you're someone who can't get around as much, and run and play,
Right.
because I run and play, right? But
I'm
if
sure
you're,
that
if
you
you're
do.
couch and you're
I'm
sitting,
sure that you do.
those laser things, they go nuts.
Yeah, they do. But the thing is that as well, sometimes people, even though that seems very easy, sometimes people don't want to do that. And so,
Okay.
Trying to find things like we have for Oliver, we have a friend gave us this little like egg-shaped thing that has a feather thing coming off the end.
Yeah.
And you turn it on and it goes this way, and then it goes this way, it goes this way.
Yeah.
He loves it. He thinks it's the best thing ever. And so that allows him to get some of his energy out. But the new little hunting, feeding, I'll have to look that up and see if I can find it. But those are looking really, really neat. And if I didn't have 3 cats, one of the cats would probably go find all of them and eat all of the food, which would totally defeat the purpose. I think it would be great for a single cat household. And, you train them how, you put it out, obviously, and then you start kind of hiding them.
Yeah.
So they have to go hunting for their food.
That's kind of cool.
It's really cool.
I bet they would love that.
Yeah, it's really cool.
All right, so there's all kinds of ideas. And again, if people were wondering if they haven't done it, the red laser pointer is just the red dot on the wall,
Right.
and you move it around, and they're all over it. Now, maybe not all
They are.
cats respond, but I saw this one cat just going out of his mind,
Right.
trying to chase it, and guess there's nothing to catch.
Right. It is fun to torture them with.
Yes, they enjoy it. Let's see, line 3, is this Pam? Parker? Parker, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Hey, go ahead, buddy.
I was wanting to know how many dogs you could raise without a license to sell. Could you raise 14 or 15 dogs?
I have no idea. I don't know. You'll have to probably contact or get on the internet and look and see what the state of Tennessee considers a breeding facility. I don't know what that number is. I'm so sorry. That's a great question.
Do you have a lot of dogs?
Yeah, you can get them for disturbing the peace, can't you?
For disturbing the peace? I mean, I guess if your dogs are bothering your neighbors a lot, maybe that's a problem. But that doesn't mean you have to have a lot. If you just have a dog that's constantly howling and keeping your neighbors up, that's not very considerate.
Yeah, you get them for that, right?
Well, I mean, you could complain about it, I suppose, and, I don't know what the law is necessarily. But, yeah, you could. Why, do you have neighbors with a lot of dogs?
Yeah, you're raising about 14, 15 dogs a year.
Yeah, I mean, it should be easy enough to find out, like
Yeah.
Allison said. I mean, there's certain laws, and I've always wondered about this, people who maybe have dogs that they leave out at night after hours in a neighborhood and are barking
Right.
constantly. That is
How do they sleep?
Right. Well, and it's unacceptable. It just is. If that's you've got a problem and you need to fix it. That's inconsiderate.
Yeah.
I would report it to animal control.
Noise ordinances,
Yeah,
I
there's
guess,
noise
depending on where you live.
ordinances.
If you live in the city or, if you live far out in the country, I don't know that there are, but there's definitely noise ordinances
Right.
in Nashville.
Well, you bring the animal inside or have it someplace where it settles down and isn't
Right.
barking all night. It's that simple. Yeah, I think now as far as breeding, you're right, breeding. If you want to own a bunch of dogs and you can care for them properly and you have the runs and the property and all that, I don't know that there's a limit on how many animals you can legally
I think there's
own.
a limit if you are a breeding facility.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
if
you
you're
have to
selling
have a premise permit or something like that.
Okay. I would think
But
if you're
I think
selling
that if you're
them.
just, what we call a backyard breeder, which is you have 2 dogs, they're going to have puppies, and you're going to sell them. You're not running like a big, huge breeding facility.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any rules on that at all.
Gotcha. All right, let's go to Ryan. Hi, Ryan. Are you there, Ryan? I think Ryan was on line 4. Ryan. All right, we'll come back. Let's go to Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, good. What's on your mind?
Okay, we have a beautiful black lab. He's a year and a half old. We're going to be relocating to Australia. What do we need to do to get him over there?
Well-
Where do we need to start? I
You
know
need
we can
to
start here.
You need to
Then we
start.
can get him quarantined over there for 10 days. But who do we go to? What do we do?
Well, you need to start with getting online and going to either the USDA website, and you can find links to specific countries and what you have to have. You need to start there. You need to talk to your veterinarian about, hey, we're moving to Australia. When are you going?
probably about 6 or 7 months from now.
Okay, great that you're looking into this now. So you need to get online on the USDA website. You need to find what you actually need, print it all out for Australia, and then make an appointment with your vet. Go in, talk to them, and say, we're moving to Australia. Here's everything that I found. Can you help me? And make sure your vet does international health certificates.
They do not.
Well, then you need to find a vet who does.
Yeah, I was hoping maybe you knew or how we would find one. Just keep calling around till we find one.
Where do you live?
Mount Juliet.
Okay, well, we do them, and we're in Hermitage, so you're welcome to come by and talk to us about it. We're at Hermitage Animal Clinic.
Hermitage Animal Clinic.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome. So you need to do that, and then you do need to realize that some countries are very specific about when they need things done. Like they want a rabies shot given, 6 months before, and then they want a rabies titer. And Australia typically is very strict because they're an island. Island nations are really strict.
Most of the research there, and you're right, they do want the rabies and then the anti-rabies, and then it has to be done for like 6 months, different stuff. And then once we get over there, they also go into quarantine or he also goes into quarantine for 10 days.
Right. So you need to, if you're moving in 6 to 7 months, you need to get on that now so that you can make sure you get all of that stuff done. So yeah, get that printed out, find a vet. You're welcome to come see us.
We will.
And usually international. Yeah, usually international health certificates are anywhere from $150 to $200 because it is a lot of work on our part. And then you usually are going to be required to have an appointment downtown with the state vet to get them to sign off on this health certificate right before you leave. So there are lots of steps going on, but great job for getting on it now.
Yes. What kind of dog did you say it was?
Black Lab.
Black Lab.
He's a black lab.
Fantastic. Good for you. I'm so glad you're taking him with you.
We are too.
Yeah, I mean, of course you
So
will.
attached to my husband, it would break his heart.
Oh, of course. You are doing the right thing. Safe travels. You're just taking up a new job over there, huh?
Yes, he is.
Wow, that's great. Well, safe travels, and Allison will set you up, all right?
Thank you very much. Love your show. We're going to miss you.
Well, you guys, what a wonderful adventure.
You can always live stream it.
Yeah, there you go. You can live stream us there. So it's not, just her saying this is not going to be an issue for her black lab going to Australia. But if she were moving to a country where they didn't speak English, how long would it take for the dogs to adapt to the different style of barking and understand those other dogs
Can you
in the
just
other
take
country?
the next caller?
Do they bark?
That's the silliest question ever.
So there's not a language barrier for animals when they move to another country?
No.
You don't think there's a different type of bark, a different kind of accent to the bark maybe in Scotland than there is in America?
I don't.
Really? Okay, well, let's just
If somebody's yelling,
just agree to disagree.
If somebody's yelling at you in German, you still know they're yelling at you, whether or not you understand the words that they're saying. If somebody's talking really, really sweet to you in German,
that's a very
you
aggressive
still
language
understand.
anyway.
Exactly. And so dogs, the bark, it's the tone.
I just wondered if you want to get, because she's doing everything, enroll the dog maybe in some Australian cultural.
They speak English, Nick.
I know, but there's accents, the shrimp on the Barbie. All right, we'll take a break on that note. You know what we're going to do right now? We're just going to agree to disagree. But there are different accents and a language barrier, especially for cats, and the way you hear them meow.
Absolutely.
More calls
yes.
at 737-7587 right after this. Am I wrong?
Yes.
This is a